take it outside. I call the member for Noosa.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise to speak on the Sustainable Fisheries Strategy Amendment Bill 2018. It is not surprising that any debate regarding fishing within Queensland is often divided, as seen today and previously in the disallowance motion regarding the tracking of commercial and charter fishing boats as part of the data collection and increased compliance. This bill is no less contentious, even though its aims are admirable to address the problems in achieving a fair, equitable and sustainable future for fishermen and for consumers. By clarifying the roles of those responsible for the management of the state fisheries, strengthening enforcement powers and increasing penalties to those that disregard the rules, there is a better chance that the future of fishing, both commercial and recreational, will be much better placed. Some have said that the new and increased penalties for repeat offenders are insufficient, and Queenslanders have become less tolerant to repeat offenders, whether that be dangerous driving or deliberate non-compliance in any realm. Mr Deputy Speaker, however, a number of concerns outlined by members of the opposition today are valid, and both points 1 and 2 offered in their amendments should be considered to address concerns regarding the security of VMS information and the need for a report as outlined on the implementation of this new monitoring system. Increases in compliances and monitoring increases costs to taxpayers and operators, which ultimately are passed on to the consumer. As the cost of living is of great concern to Queenslanders, we must always look to ensure these changes minimise these impacts. However, when the minority that have created an issue in the first place are diminished, the need for monitoring decreases, as well the flow-on costs that are often not accounted for. When fish or any other edible product becomes scarce, the price explodes, pushing it out of the reach of many households. We must always keep this in mind. Mine own electorate is divided on its fishing. However, there is no division when it comes to giving greater powers and amending policy to prevent the abuse of what is considered a privilege. The oceans, rivers and public spaces belong to all and need to be respected by users. As we have seen with the pipi raiding in Noosa, this is often not the case. This plundering is obscene, and the only way to address is to give greater powers and increase penalties to offenders, especially those repeatedly caught. Mr Deputy Speaker, that is only one example of why I not only support this bill, I will continue to support bills that target those that deliberately and consistently abuse our community and natural assets and that show disrespect to our respected farmers and fishers by making a mockery of those that abide by the frameworks developed to ensure there is some for all, not only in the now but into the future. I commend the bill to the House. Thank you.
Mr Speaker.
I call